I have such a fun video for you guys today. I have been really obsessed with my Crockpot lately, so I am sharing with you 20 Crockpot recipes. They are dump and go, super easy. I love doing a good Crockpot meal to have ready for when we come home at the end of a super busy day. So I have been using this Crockpot it has been working overtime for me. So if you're new to my channel, make sure you click subscribe. Let me show you these really amazing and super easy 20 Crockpot dump and go meals. Okay, first I'm going to be doing a chicken I have this Buffalo Wild Wings Parmesan garlic sauce. And oh my gosh, this is seriously so amazing. So I'm using about half of the bottle. I have cream cheese, and I have 2 chicken breasts I dice it up into smaller pieces. I feel like it does not dry out this way, so 2 chicken breasts diced up. Now I'm gonna do a half a cup of grated Parmesan cheese. And this is very rich, but it is seriously so good. The sauce has a little bit of a kick to it, but absolutely delicious. This one is on our repeat list all the time. It is seriously so good. The sauce is nice and thick and creamy. So I am going to give it a stir. Cream cheeses kind of get, you kind of have to stir it and just break up the cream cheese a little bit and make it nice and smooth. But like I said, this one is definitely super creamy and it is so rich, but really delicious. So I'm going to break up the chicken pieces. I'm going to shred them a little bit. Crockpot chicken, I just love how it shreds super easily. So I'm just going to shred it a little bit and get that sauce onto all of the pieces. The sauce is so good. So I have some pasta with this, with the sauce, the chicken, delicious. So I'm going to do some chicken again, 2 chicken breasts diced up, and I have a can of cream of chicken soup. This is going to be an onion soup mix chicken, and this one is delicious. So I have an onion soup packet that I'm going to dump in with that, and I have 2 cups of chicken broth. So I'm going to add that in. This one is definitely really flavorful. I love cream of chicken, cream of mushroom in Crockpot recipes. It makes like a nice gravy type sauce. So this one's really good. I'm going to cook it on low for about 4 hours. All my chicken recipes I do for about 4.5 to 5 hours on low. So I am adding my chicken with rice. I love like all these sauces with rice or noodles. Our favorite veggies, broccoli. We have broccoli at least once a week, usually twice a week. But I'm going to finish this off with some fried crispy onions. And this really makes the dish absolutely so good. The crunch and the flavor of the fried onions are really awesome. So I'm going to do fajitas in the Crockpot. Super easy, 2 diced up chicken breasts. I have a green bell pepper. I have an orange bell pepper. You can use any color you'd like, but I have them chopped into little slivers. I have a yellow onion chopped into slivers as well. I'm going to add in some olive oil and my fajita seasoning, and then this is ready to go. Super easy, and you can serve this like on a tortilla for fajitas. You can serve this with rice and beans on the side if you're gonna do like no tortilla. But this is really good. Great way to cook fajitas that are super easy. Just dump it in and go, and then they're ready. I just love having meals ready at the end of the day. It's just awesome and delicious, and I don't have to spend all evening in the kitchen. I can be spending time with the family instead. So I love all of these Crockpot meals. This one is definitely delicious, and we're really into fajitas right now. I'm going to be doing a taco pasta for this one. I have a pound of taco meat that I already have cooked up. I have my better than bouillon. I'm going to make 2 cups of chicken broth, and I'm going to add in a can of diced tomatoes. I like the one with the diced green chilies added as well. And it's going to be, I'm going to add in this Ultimate Southwest blend. It's just a frozen mix. It's corn, beans, onions, peppers. Really, really good. I love this, and it's so easy. So a cup of that. I'm going to give this all a stir, and it's going to cook. And then once it's done, I'm going to add in the noodles later when right before we're ready to eat. And then the noodles, they cook right in and soak all of the juices up. So it just makes a really easy pasta. So now that it's been cooking, I will give it a stir. We just love anything kind of Southwest Tex-Mex type flavors. I'm going to use some elbow pasta for this. You can use any kind of pasta really that you'd like. Elbows or macaroni or little spirals work really good. I'm adding in a cup of I'm doing Fiesta blend cheese, and this is going to make this nice and cheesy, which we just love cheese in so many different things. But I'm going to give this a stir. I'm going to put the lid on and let these noodles cook for about 10 minutes. I will give it a stir and then let them cook for another 10 minutes. So they are really delicious. And I love that this makes a nice big serving. You can definitely have leftovers from a lot of different crock-pot meals that I make, and we just love leftovers. So for this one, I'm going to be doing some chicken thighs. We love chicken. We have a ton of chicken in our house. So kind of mixing it up from the regular just boneless, skinless chicken. I'm going to do these chicken thighs and just a whole big, huge pack. I'm going to put the whole pack in the crock pot, and I'm going to make a sauce for it. You can just use regular teriyaki sauce if you'd like, but I'm going to do honey, and I have about a tablespoon of honey, and I'm going to add in liquid aminos, and I'm going to add in ketchup. So I have half a cup of liquid aminos, and I'm going to do half a cup of ketchup as well. And this sauce is really good, tons and tons of flavor, and just really easy for these chicken thighs. So these chicken thighs in the crock pot, they come out so tender, just kind of fall apart almost. Really, really good. We love chicken thighs, but I don't love barbecuing them because I just feel like they're messy and the teriyaki sauce always gets all over the barbecue. So this way is just really, really easy. I love like my non-stick crock pot. It's just so easy to clean. You can also use crock pot liners if you'd like. I just feel that my crock pot is just easy to clean, so I don't use the liners, but I know a lot of people definitely do like them. So this is just a really simple sauce to make for these, and then it just cooks in the crock pot. Super duper easy, dump and go. You know how much I love easy and dump and go recipes. So I'm just going to cook this on low or high. You can do high for 4 hours or low for 8. It does not take the whole time. So if I'm going to do high, I'm going to do about 3 hours, and on low, I'll do about 5 hours. So I have chicken, I have pasta sauce, some Parmesan, mozzarella, Italian seasoning. I have my 2 diced up chicken breasts. I always just prep ahead of time, so it's easy for me to just dump these into my crock pot meals. So my 2 chicken breasts ready to go. This is going to be a Parmesan chicken in the crock pot. So just absolutely love this. We love pasta sauce type recipes. So this one is very easy and super yummy. So I added our Italian seasoning, and then I love this 4 cheese Classico brand sauce. Super good. I'm going to add on some grated Parmesan on top of the sauce and put as much or as little as you'd like. I'm just going to do kind of like a layer on top, and then I'm going to add in some more cheese, some mozzarella shredded on top of this. So like I said, with my chicken crockpot recipes, I usually do them on low for about 5 hours. Chicken can dry out if you overcook it. So my crockpot doesn't have a low setting for less than 8 hours. So I put it on low, and then I just set my own timer or look and see what time I need to take it out. So this turns out so good. You can serve this. We have it with a side of spaghetti and broccoli. Like I said, broccoli is one of our absolute favorite veggies and goes with so many different things. So I'm just adding the chicken on top of the noodles, and it is really good. So I'm going to do a crack chicken, cream cheese, cream of chicken, shredded cheddar, better than bouillon for my chicken broth. I have some ranch seasoning and some bacon pieces, like cooked bacon. So I love crack chicken recipes. You can make it so many different ways on the stove. You can make it in a soup version. You can do a casserole version. But I just love anything with cream cheese and ranch seasoning and bacon. It's just all of the best things ever. And shredded cheddar cheese also. So really good, very simple. Just dump it all in and go. I love the sauces when you add in cream cheese and cream of mushroom. Makes just like a super thick sauce. And like I said, I have this, I'm doing a tablespoon of the ranch seasoning that I have. And I'm going to add in the shredded cheddar cheese, and you can do just already pre-grated cheese for this one. It works just really well, or you can grate your own cheese. I have my chicken broth, and then this is so good. You can use bacon that you've cooked, or you can buy already cooked bacon, but you want it to be cooked first before you add it to the crock pot. No raw bacon in this one. So I'm going to give it a little bit of a mix. The cream cheese won't spread out right now, but once it cooks, it will be so nice and creamy and super duper delicious. And you can, like I said, you can do this one like in a casserole is super good. But I just love a crock pot because it just makes everything so easy. So it has been cooking, and another thing I love about crock pot meals is that you come home and your kitchen smells super good. Just like you've been cooking all day, but the crock pot has been doing all of the work, which is amazing. So I love the smell of anything with bacon, of course. So this one is definitely great to come home to. I love sauces with rice too, as I've mentioned before. For this one, I'm going to do a butter chicken. This one is one of my favorites for sure. I have this butter chicken simmer sauce, and it's amazing. It has a little bit of a kick to it, but not too much. I have tomato sauce, I have evaporated milk, and then an onion, and then some seasonings, onion powder, garlic powder, and paprika. So super easy. I'll just dump all this stuff in, and it is ready to go. You don't have to dice up your chicken like I do, but I just feel like it helps give all the chicken really good flavor and helps it stay a little bit more moist because all of the sides of the chicken get all of the yummy sauces. So you don't have to cut it up before, but that's just how I like to do it. That's my preference. So I diced up half of my onion. I used half of it, not the whole onion. I'm gonna put in the whole jar though of this sauce, and this sauce is so good. I got this at Walmart, and it is just really delicious. Like I said, it is just packed with flavor. So good. I'm gonna add in some tomato sauce as well. And I'm going to add in my evaporated milk, and this one is ready to go and really, really good. So I love serving kind of like curry type or Indian spice type dishes with a side of rice, and you can really soak up the sauce with rice, or you can do a side of pasta also if you like. But this one, I just love the sauce. So anything you want to put next with the sauce is definitely super good. So I have this one on low for 4 to 5 hours, and it just comes out perfect. So I'm going to be doing a Tuscan chicken for this one. I really love anything with sun-dried tomatoes, so there's going to be sun-dried tomatoes in this one, so this is definitely really yummy. I have my Italian seasoning, I have my minced up garlic. You can mince your own garlic if you'd like, but I have about a teaspoon of garlic already minced. So I have my sun-dried tomatoes, so I get the ones that are just cut into strips, the julienne cut sun-dried tomatoes, and I'm going to take them out of the jar so that they aren't too oily. And then I use my better than bouillon to make my chicken broth. You can just buy regular chicken broth as if you'd like, but I have 2 cups of chicken broth, and this one is just nice and creamy. I'm adding in a cup of heavy cream to give it a nice creamy sauce. So give it a little bit of a stir, make sure all that chicken is down into all of the juices, and this one is going to cook on low for 4 to 5 hours. And you can serve it with any kind of side you'd like. I love like pasta on the side of Tuscan chickens, or rice, of course, is my favorite, with, you know, these wonderful sauces that are made in the Crockpot. So it definitely is a great way to mix up the flavors of your chicken if you eat a lot of chicken. A lot of people get bored of chicken, but I definitely don't, because we're always making it with different sauces. So you can definitely eat chicken every day of the week with different sauces. So I have cauliflower rice for this one, keeping it super low carb and really yummy. So for this, I'm going to be doing burrito bowls. So I have 2 chicken breasts, I have a can of Rotel, I have diced green chilies, which I just love in so many different things. I am adding in, I'm going to stir that kind of around, mix it a little bit, and that's all it is to this one, and it just makes this really great shredded chicken. So it just goes in the crock pot, cook it on low, and then once it's done, you just shred it in all of its juices, and it just shreds so easily. As you can see, it just basically falls apart. So I'm going to shred it in its juices so that it can stay nice and juicy and nice and moist. It's just really great flavors as well with the Rotel and the diced green chilies. So I'm going to add in all of our favorite burrito bowl ingredients. So I have corn that I've drained. We love lentils with our burrito bowls, high in protein, high in fiber. I have washed and drained the lentils as well. We love black beans always, and so many different things. So I'm going to drain and wash the black beans. I'm going to give this all a big stir and mix this all around. A really great high protein meal to have, and like with so many of my crockpot recipes, makes a nice big serving, so you can have this for leftovers. I like to prep this for our lunches for my husband and I. He loves the burrito bowls. He can eat a burrito or burrito bowl for like every meal. But I'm just adding some extra toppings. Some avocado is my favorite, cheese, and sour cream. So I'm going to do some green beans. So you can definitely use your crock pot for side dishes as well. It doesn't just have to be your main course. But I have my green beans. I have 2 cups of chicken broth. I'm going to add in some seasonings and season to your taste how you'd like. I have onion powder and I have garlic powder also. So add the seasonings that you prefer. And this is really easy. I love doing green beans this way because they cook so good. I don't like it when green beans are too crunchy. So this way they come out just really, really good. Not crunchy, nice and soft, and just really delicious. So I'm adding in some cooked bacon, and bacon makes everything better in my opinion. So I'm just going to dice it up. And like I mentioned in one of my other recipes, make sure the bacon is cooked. Do not use raw bacon in these crockpot recipes. You'll definitely want to use cooked bacon for sure. So I'm going to cook this on high for 4 hours, and it'll be perfect and ready for dinner. So good. Absolutely love this one, and love that it makes a big batch. So if you're entertaining, this is a really great side dish to add to your dinner. Serves everyone, and it is super, super good. So I'm going to do another side. I'm going to do mashed potatoes. So I got a big pound of 5-pound potatoes, peeled them and cut them up and diced them up into some smaller pieces. I have my better than bouillon, of course, that I use for so many recipes. So I'm adding in a cup of chicken broth, and I am, this is just a really great way to cook mashed potatoes. Makes it super easy. I'm adding in a bunch of butter to make these really, really good. So I had about 4 tablespoons of butter. But I'm going to cook these on low for 8 hours. You can definitely do high for 4 hours, depending on how much time you have. But these have been cooking all day, and they are so super soft and ready to go. So I'm adding in half a cup of sour cream, and you can add in a little bit more if you like that sour cream taste. But half a cup of sour cream. I have half a cup of heavy whipping cream. And I am going to use my immersion blender, and I'm just going to blend this all up. It comes out super duper smooth. I just blend it right in my crock pot, and so I can keep everything all together and nice and warm. So super, super good. Just blending away, and these are ready to go. And another thing, it makes a big old batch, so it makes it so awesome. I'm going to do some mac and cheese, and really, my family can eat mac and cheese like every night. My kids absolutely love it. So a box of noodles, I have a brick of cream cheese. I am going to add in, I have 2 cups of milk, and I have a can of evaporated milk. And then I have cheddar cheese, and I have grated the cheddar cheese myself because I feel like if you grate it from the block, it melts better. So I have 4 cups of shredded cheddar cheese that I grated. If you want to do the pre-grated cheese, that's fine too. I just feel like this melts better in some recipes. So I grated my own 4 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. And this doesn't take all that long to cook. And I'm going to stir it about every half an hour to mix up all of the cheeses and mix up the noodles to make sure that they all are cooking evenly. But just a really awesome way to make mac and cheese. Like I said, we love mac and cheese. My kids love it. So this is just a really great way to make it in the crock pot. Super easy. So I'm going to do a sausage and potato dish. So I love this smoked sausage. It is so, so good. And I have some diced up potatoes. And this is going to be a cheesy sausage and potatoes. So I have half of a diced up onion, but I'm going to be using this cheddar cheese Campbell's soup. It's like a cream of cheese, kind of like a cream of chicken, but cheese version. And it's got a lot of really good flavor. I have a cup of milk, and I give this a stir. Super easy, really awesome with the potatoes. Just a great combination. Potatoes and sausage are just a great combo. And like I mentioned with the mashed potatoes, I love doing potatoes in the crock pot because potatoes take a long time to cook, and cooking them in the crock pot is definitely really easy, and they come out really, really good. This is such a good comfort food. Love making this one. Just super duper easy and has tons and tons of flavor. So I'm going to do another chicken because I just love all the different things you can do with chicken. And this one's going to be a masala chicken. I have half of an onion, but I have the sauce the same as the butter chicken sauce, but this is a tikka masala simmer sauce, and it is really good. It's more of a curry sauce and just so easy. Adding that into the chicken and onions. And like I said, everything's just dump and go and can't go wrong. Just throwing it all in the crock pot and it just cooks perfectly. This one has so much flavor. I'm gonna add some rice to it. Of course, with the awesome sauce, perfect with the rice. So I'm going to be doing some ribs in the crock pot. This one is on repeat at our house. We have been making these a lot. So I have a whole just rack of ribs, and I'm just bending it to put into my crock pot. And you just use your favorite kind of barbecue sauce. I had this one on hand. So I'm just adding the barbecue sauce to the crock pot, And that's all you need to do. It is so, so easy. So I cook these on low for 8 hours and they just fall off the bone. Really, really delicious and so easy. We love ribs, but I don't love like smoking them all day on the Traeger. So this way is definitely really easy. I don't have to worry about them. I just throw them in the crock pot and super easy to clean up and they are ready to go. My whole family loves these. And I love that they just fall off the bone. Super delicious. Okay, I'm going to be doing an Italian chicken for this one. So I have my 2 chicken breasts diced up and I'm going to add in some Italian dressings. You can use your favorite Italian dressing. I like this Ken's Steakhouse Creamy Italian. It's definitely got tons of awesome flavor. So I'm just gonna add in about half of a bottle of dressing. So I could definitely still have this for a side salad or even to make this crockpot recipe again. So half the bottle of dressing and really just so simple to make and giving the chicken another really awesome flavor. Like I said, we just never get sick of chicken because there's so many different things you can cook with it to make some awesome flavorings for it. So this one's really good. You can do whatever your favorite sides are. Broccoli and rice, you know, are our go-tos for sure because my kids love it. So if my kids eat a lot of broccoli, I'm definitely good with that. So make it all the time. But whatever your favorite veggies are and whatever you want to cook on the side. So I have zucchinis, also one of our favorites. But like I said, we do rice a lot also. So rice and a veggie and then whatever kind of chicken we're cooking in the crock pot for that day. I have been having my crock pot working on overload. Like I mentioned, it's just been so fun making all these awesome recipes and they're all so super good. So this is a Hawaiian meatball. My frozen meatballs, I have half of green bell pepper, half of a red bell pepper. I have a can of pineapple that I've drained all the juice out of. And I'm adding in some half of a cup of brown sugar. So I'm using a monk fruit, brown sugar monk fruit sweetener. For this one, you can use regular brown sugar also. I have liquid aminos for this one, a cup, or you can use regular soy sauce if you would like. I'm gonna give this a stir and this sauce with the peppers and pineapples, oh my gosh, make these meatballs so, so good. And I just love crockpot meatballs. They're frozen and so easy, and when they cook all day in the crock pot, they are just so tender and really, really delicious. So I'm going to be doing a pot pie, chicken pot pie in the crock pot. I have my Better Than Bouillon for my chicken broth. I have sour cream, 2 cans of cream of chicken, potato. I'm going to dice up. I have onion, have my already diced up chicken ready to go, and my frozen mixed vegetables. And everything is all tossed into the crock pot, ready to cook. And then once this is ready, I'm gonna cook the Pillsbury Grands rolls once this is done and just put it right on top. And so this is what we call crock pot chicken pot pie, and really good. We love this, such a good comfort food for this one. I'm adding in some sour cream at the end to make it more creamy. Definitely a nice, creamy, thick, hearty meal for this one, with really, really awesome flavors with all these sauces. So really, really super good. And love the biscuit on top. It just makes it perfect. I'm going to be doing a loaded cauliflower soup. This one is so, so good. So I have my cauliflower heavy whipping cream. I have cheddar cheese, fully cooked bacon that I buy already cooked, definitely super convenient. Grated Parmesan cheese, my better than bouillon, of course, that I use all the time, and an onion. So this is so good. Cauliflower soup is just so much like a potato soup, and it's really so filling and so delicious. I mean, anything with cheese and cream and bacon is, right up my alley. But I have my cauliflower all chopped up. I'm adding in the cheese and all of the ingredients. And this is just a really easy way to make this soup. So once it's done, you can I use a little my ground beef masher to mash this up into small, nice creamy pieces to make really good soup. Or you can use an immersion blender also to make it really super creamy. But definitely delicious and super filling. Really nice and hearty and healthy at the same time if you're doing low carb. Replacing the potato for cauliflower is just such a great option. So I'm just cutting up my bacon into some smaller pieces, giving everything a stir, and this is ready to cook all day. You can do this one on high for 4 hours or on low for 8 hours. And I just love making soups in the crock pot. They always come out super good, make a really big batch. And I like to make big batches and store them to be ready to go for the whole week. Just a really great meal prepping way to go. So now that this is cooked, the cauliflower is nice and soft. So like I said, I just use my little meat masher to mash up the cauliflower pieces, making it nice and creamy and just making those pieces nice and small. You can also use your immersion blender as well. That would make this super creamy also. But I'm just gonna put it into my mason jars so I can just have it all portioned out, ready to go. This one is so good, so I like to portion it out so I don't eat too much. So I am gonna just do the serving size that I want into my mason jars so they are ready to go. Hope that you enjoyed these crock pot meals. I had so much fun making every single one of them for you. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're new. I have lots of recipes for you, so make sure you subscribe and click that bell button. I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.